Good morning, 8-7. This is the last video for the week. It's Friday. Yay, you've done great work once again this week, and things are ramping up for the iSearch, and I can't wait for next week, really. I can't wait to see your ideas, hear about your research, listen to your design, your empathizing, as you define and narrow your problem and get a better sense of what you're trying to solve, those of you that are doing the design task. I'm really excited, and even though we're outside the class and that part sucks, I still can't wait to see your thinking. Here is the agenda for the meeting today. We're going to talk about the fun run. We're going to talk about podcasts. We're going to talk about the future objects. We're going to talk about synchronous learning after the future objects, and then iSearch last. So, fun run. There is a fun run out at New Dundee Public School, which is outside of Kitchener. Maybe some of you have done it. It happens every spring. It's pretty great. Tons of kids go. They're trying to do it virtually, and it's happening today, Friday. So they're encouraging people to go outside and run for 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do it, and I think I'll probably do it on my treadmill because my wife goes to work in the day, and I'm here with the kids, and I can't leave them home. So if you go into Cortland Options, let me just find it here. In the Cortland Options now, Mr. Mick will post in classwork the New Dundee Dragon Fun Run tomorrow. That'll be Friday. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a video of myself on the treadmill, and I'm going to speed it up to really fast for the full 15 minutes. And I thought maybe if we did this as a class, even if you don't run for 15 minutes, even if it's just a video of you jogging down the sidewalk or running on the grass somewhere near where you live, maybe we can make a little 8-7 compilation. So that's kind of something I think we should do. It wouldn't take we would be putting ourselves out there a little bit, but it wouldn't take a ton of effort, and also kind of connect with a different school, with New Dundee Public School. So that's what I'm doing. If you want to do it as well, let me know. And if you want to know more about it, go to the Cortland Options classroom. All right. Podcasts. As you know, I'm a huge fan of podcasts. I think they're a great way to learn. I think it's awesome content, and you can also multitask while you're consuming it. There's news today. Joe Rogan. He's a comedian. He's a commentator for UFC. People love him. People hate him for good reason on both sides. There are the problems with Joe Rogan, but bottom line is his podcast sold to Spotify for $100 million. Which speaks to the popularity and the demand for good content, which you are good at creating. So always be considering that's the option for your narrative stuff, especially with this project coming up. I think either a serialized podcast where it's a few little 5-minute sections, or one big long one, similar to The Secret Life of Canada. There's a reason to do it. They're really popular. Future objects, get those in for synchronous learning today. It is 2:15 on Thursday. 2 are submitted so far. Both of the people who have submitted them, their names start with K. So thank you to those 2, and I look forward to seeing everybody submitting one. If not by the end of the day, Thursday, definitely first thing this morning, Friday. Speaking of synchronous learning, we're meeting at 12:30 with Heather to talk about the objects from the future, to hear your thinking and hear what those provocations, kind of what channels they took you down. And I'm going to post that link at 12:15. So we're meeting with Heather at 12:30. I'm going to post that link at 12:15. It'll be in the classroom section as material. Click on it. We'll meet, kind of chat, shoot the breeze for 15 minutes, then meet with Heather. And then last thing, the iSearch. So in our classroom, in classwork, you will see there it is, an iSearch number 2 progress assignment. And in there, you will see the Google Doc that I shared, I think, last week. You will see an 8-7 iSearch number 2 step-by-step. Everybody will get their own copy of this. And this one is what I will continue to update, and you will need to copy and paste from here when I update it to here as we go through the steps. Okay? This is to do with the design, an activity for the design people. So if you're doing that, you might want to take a look at that. So I'm going to go into the iSearch step by step. Everyone will get a copy of this. That's wrong, to the sample. Oops. Sample. Okay. So we are right here. So if you are doing the nonfiction narrative, this is what you're doing. This is due Monday. Step 1, choose a topic. Will your topic engage readers, right? So most of you are choosing a topic. You have had a ton of emails. That's great. I want you to fill in these 3 sections right on your slide. What's your question? What's your format? And this, based on what I know so far, readers will love it because, and I want you to talk a little bit about the research you know so far, and a little bit about the story you're kind of going to weave together the research with. So 3-4 sentences max, short paragraph. Why will people love it? Thinking about the research, thinking about the story you're going to weave together. That's for the nonfiction narrative people. Those of you that are working on the design task, you're going to focus on empathizing. Who are the users and what do they need? For that, you're going to click on this slide, the second one here, third one, I guess. And you're going to research or interview 3 different users. So think about the problem you're solving, thinking about the design you're doing. You want to talk to people who use it. What type of user are they? How will they use it? And who are they as a person? So the example I've given here is if you are trying to create a system for how a country can develop economically, it's a bold topic, you want to think about, okay, who is this for? Who's the user? Well, the users are the citizens of that country. In this case, who the user type be? Let's say you talk to an employee who's working in an industry that is a dominant industry in that country. I think back to the Democratic Republic of Congo, mining is big. Mining comes with its pros and cons, of course, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, but a miner is a user of that economy. And then their description. And for that, you want to paint their kind of biographical picture. What's their age? What's their gender? What's their employment, education level? Those are the examples I give. I would like you to talk to 3 people. I can be one of them. If you want to talk to me about your design and include me as a user, I can tell you how I would use it, and I can give you some of that biographical information about myself. You can talk to the kids in the class. You can post a survey. Talk to your family. Email an uncle. Email an aunt. Ask a neighbor. So for Monday, if you're doing a nonfiction narrative, you need to answer these 3 questions right on here. For Monday, if you're doing a design, you need to fill in these 3 text boxes right on here. Where does this stuff come from, designers? It comes from this PDF, which you can look at as well. Okay, that was a lot. I don't know how long this thing was. I don't know how long this video was. I will see everybody at 12:15. Submit your math work, but please submit your science work, but please focus on the objects of the future. And then for Monday, focus on these 2 or 1 section each. Why readers will love it if you're writing, and researching what your users need if you're doing a design task. Okay, see everybody at 12:15.